This spending bill represents one of the most egregious assaults on our nation's environment in the history of our country. If this bill were to pass, our air will be smoggier. Our climate will be hotter. Our water will be more polluted. Our public lands will become more despoiled. Simply put, this legislation is so toxic, H.R. 2584 is so toxic, that you'd better handle it wearing a hazmat suit, because there are so many future environmental crimes committed against the environment in our country that you have to handle this bill with extreme care. The actual title of this bill is Interior, Environment, and Related Agencies Appropriations for 2012. But it could be called the Have the Republicans Been Outside Act? It's hot, ladies and gentlemen. It is hot. The world is warming. All of the evidence has been pointing in this direction for decades, and people are living it on a daily basis. It's appropriate that this bill starts with the word interior, because only the House Republicans, who have been cooped up inside for weeks debating whether to crater our economy, could possibly ignore what's going on outside in our natural environment. The weather forecasters said we were trapped under a heat dome last week. Well, the Republican majority under this Capitol dome would commit us to even more dangerous heat if this bill passes. And believe it or not, this bill bans the Environmental Protection Agency from increasing the fuel economy standards of the vehicles which we drive in our country, which will basically put the brakes on the all-electric vehicle, plug-in hybrid revolution. Now, I know that's what the auto industry wants. I know that's what the oil industry wants. They don't want to see cars become more and more efficient so we don't have to consume all that oil, so that we can tell OPEC we don't need their oil any more than we need their sand. But in this bill, they actually banned the EPA from improving the fuel economy standards of the vehicles that we drive, and they ban all 50 states from improving the efficiency of the vehicles which we drive. And how else could you explain that this bill would increase smog and dirty air days if you didn't have the House Republicans living in their own world? When families are planning their summer trips to explore our national parks, how else could you explain a bill that allows for mining of nuclear fuel uranium near Grand Canyon National Park? Under this bill, when families go to enjoy the sunset across the canyon, it won't just be the sun that's causing the glow, but the radiation as well from the uranium mining. And when Americans are canceling vacations because they can't pay for gas, how else can you explain a bill that would tell auto companies to stop making more fuel-efficient cars and trucks? If you live in an air-conditioned mansion with an indoor pool and you have your bottled water delivered, then this bill makes perfect sense to you, especially if you also work for the oil, coal mining, or chemical industries. For those industries, this bill represents their summer vacation from regulation. For the rest of us, it is a one-way ticket to a dirtier environment for the United States of America. House Republicans have a tough time raising the debt ceiling. But with this bill, they are proving to have no reservations when it comes to raising the death ceiling, with more pollution in our air or in our water, making us less healthy, making us more likely to be able to contract diseases that we would not otherwise. It is bad enough that the House Republicans want to take Medicare away from grandma, but now they want to make the air she and her grandkids breathe and the water they drink more polluted. This bill would cause more premature deaths, more asthma, more harm to children from toxins like mercury. Yeah, They don't want to lift the debt ceiling, but they will be lifting the death ceiling because of the exposure to all of these chemicals, all of these pollutants. Vote no on the Republican appropriations bill.
The gentleman's time